Prepare for Smash gameplay. What? Gameplay again? That's right, I'm posting more of my Super Smash Bros. For Wii U gameplay. Well, one, to test the waters following Nintendo's recent announcement, and also to celebrate that recent announcement. Now, I know whenever I post gameplay, the like to dislike ratio on my videos is very split down the middle, and I'll leave it at this. If you're watching this video because you're hoping to see really good Super Smash Bros. For Wii U gameplay, I'd highly recommend turning off this video now, because as I said in my previous video, I'm very casual when it comes to playing Super Smash Bros. Games in general. Like, my strategy, as always, is hit the buttons, and hopefully I'll win. And I know that's a lazy strategy, but I just don't have the time to learn all the strategies of Super Smash Bros. But on the other hand, I think that's what shows what's so great about Super Smash Bros. Is that it's one of the more approachable fighting games. So I honestly see that as a bit of a testament to the Smash Bros. Series. And, hey, it brings in new players into the Smash Bros. Franchise. So what are we here to talk about? Well, you guys might have heard about a controversial something called the Nintendo Creators Program, where YouTubers were allowed to upload certain Nintendo games. Like, I would say they had a big list, although with some notable exceptions, and they would get some of the ad revenue, and Nintendo would take a cut of it. Now, of course, the reason it was controversial is because of a couple of things, and the first one I'll bring up is that the amount of money Nintendo would take was actually really substantial compared to other YouTube multi-channel networks or MCNs. And I'm going to let Rich from Review Tech USA explain how these MCNs and YouTube's partner program usually works.
So for those of you who don't know how YouTube works and ad revenue works on YouTube, ads that are on your videos, that's how most creators, including myself, that's their primary source of income. And whatever revenue those ads generate each month, YouTube takes a 45% cut, which seems steep, but that's what keeps the platform afloat. And they're getting the ads on your videos, and they're making sure you get the proper ads in your videos that target your demographics, so on and so forth. I mean, I find nothing wrong with YouTube taking a cut of your ad revenue. It's kind of how they stay in business and how YouTube's a viable platform. But what I did have a very big problem with was Nintendo's Creators Program, because they acted like a multi-channel network. Now, most multi-channel networks take only a 10% cut of whatever revenue you receive from YouTube. So, okay, whatever your channel makes total, YouTube takes a 45% cut of that. Then your multi-channel network, which sometimes handles sponsors for you, and they handle a whole bunch of other crap, they take 10% because they're doing other work for you, so on and so forth. And then you receive the other 90% of that revenue that YouTube, after they took their cut, gave to your multi-channel network. You get 90% of that, and your multi-channel network gets 10%. Nintendo was taking a lot more than the 10% a normal multi-channel network takes. If you joined the Nintendo Creators Program, okay, because you wanted to use first-party Nintendo gameplay, you would only receive a 60% cut of the revenue that YouTube gave you. Again, remember, YouTube takes their cut. Nintendo would take 40% off the top of that cut after YouTube already took their cut, and you would only receive 60%, when other multi-channel networks were only taking 10%. But don't worry, if you really kissed Nintendo's ring and you were in this Nintendo Creators Program, they would give you a 70% cut. They wouldn't take 40%. If you were only uploading Nintendo content, they'd be like, oh gee, thank you so much. You could keep another 10% of the money you already earned.
So yeah, compared to most other MCNs, Nintendo, whether it be your entire channel or even just certain videos, would take a good chunk of money. The other thing too is that it could take up to 3 business days for registered videos to be reviewed and okay, which is kind of head scratching, because why does it need to take that long to review videos? And of course the problem if it takes so long is, especially with really timely videos, like if it's a review or Or I remember reading a Kotaku story that said the biggest issue is it's too subjective. Like, what if Nintendo just doesn't like, if let's say you're playing, Smash like I am, and you start cursing like if you're losing matches, and Nintendo uses that to demerit you. So, yeah, that was the other thing. And the other thing, too, that I briefly mentioned is that certain games, including the Super Smash Bros. Games, you couldn't upload as part of the Nintendo Creators Program. So games like the Super Smash Bros. Games, Bayonetta 1, and Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, they couldn't apply for the Nintendo Creators Program. But I have the good news that Nintendo is announcing they're going to end the Nintendo's Creators Program, and I have a quote from them right here. So, quote, "We are ending the Nintendo Creators Program to make it easier for content creators to make and monetize videos that contain Nintendo game content. We will no longer ask creators to submit their videos to the NCP, and creators can continue showing their passion for Nintendo by following Nintendo's guidelines located at this website. The NCP will come to a close at the end of December 2018. Please note that we are no longer accepting videos and channels and will not review any that have been submitted but not yet registered. The NCP website will be taken down on March 20th, 2019. We appreciate and encourage the continued support of content creators and thank them for their dedication to helping us create smiles." So, yeah, that's a really great news. And basically, Nintendo's guidelines going forward is basically that you don't just upload straight up gameplay or trailers or tournaments, and that you actually upload gameplay with some kind of commentary like a Let's Play or some kind of creative input. I think that also means that news videos like the one you're watching right now, where I'm talking about a news story while showing Nintendo gameplay footage, should also be okay, because I'm not just showing you straight up gameplay. I don't even have the audio from I'm not even putting up the audio from my Smash gameplay, so I think that should also count. So it's definitely really good news. And basically, the only stuff that Nintendo won't allow is if you're doing like illegal things in their videos. Like, I'm guessing that means if, let's say, you're playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and you start spouting racial slurs to your opponents. And that I could understand, since one, those kind of videos shouldn't be on YouTube to begin with. And also, that just makes Nintendo, especially being the family-friendly company they are, it just makes them look really bad. So that's understandable. So I am definitely really glad to hear that Nintendo is ending their creators program. But I wanted to make this video more so from my own, even more of my own perspective than usual. Like, as for me, I'm not a YouTube partner just yet. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll definitely consider it. But I don't make a cent off of my videos, and I feel like when the Nintendo Creators Program was around, even if you couldn't join it or weren't a part of it, it was kind of sketchy whether to upload any kind of Nintendo gameplay on YouTube. Like, in my early days, I used to just upload videos where I would have a screenshot of what I'm talking about over audio of me talking. I wouldn't put gameplay in my videos, mainly because at the time I was a primarily Nintendo gamer. I mean, nowadays I have a PS4 as well, but I was mainly gaming on Nintendo systems, like the Wii U, 3DS, and even the Switch was around at the time. So I wasn't really comfortable with it. And in terms of how strict Nintendo is with uploading gameplay, like if you're not a YouTube partner and you're just doing it for free, it could get pretty sketchy. Like, you're watching my, gameplay Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and I've uploaded a couple of times on social media, and I haven't gotten any, like, copyright claims or strikes or video takedowns. But with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I remember there was one time I uploaded gameplay of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I got copyright claims on that particular video, which can you guys let me know down below in the comments if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was on the Nintendo Creators Program whitelist, or if it wasn't. Just let me know down below. So because of that sketchiness, and even just the idea there was this Creators Program around, made it really uncomfortable, the idea of posting gameplay. Even if, because I do remember there was one time I uploaded footage of, I think I was playing Little Mac in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. I was playing the home run contest, and that video didn't get any copyright claims or strikes, but yet that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe one did. And the ironic thing, think about it now, is I tend to upload a lot of my Mario Kart 8 Deluxe gameplay on Twitter and Instagram. Please follow me on those platforms to see more of what I'm up to. So when the creators program was around, and I know part of it in the case of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was maybe because I wasn't in the NCP and that's why Nintendo went after me, but I feel just the fact that it was out there, even if you weren't a part of it, or even if your videos didn't get taken down, it just produced this kind of stigma that maybe I shouldn't upload Nintendo gameplay on YouTube. So I think that's what turned a lot of people off, and I think Nintendo's now realizing that, hey, if we let people upload footage of their games, like I'm allowed to upload footage of Doom for the Nintendo Switch, which is made by Bethesda, it helps with re-advertising. You know, because kind of like Rich, I have a very similar mindset when it comes to how uploading gameplay on YouTube should work, and that especially if it's a game where it's not very story driven, or if you're uploading a part of the game that isn't story driven, like for instance, if you're uploading gameplay footage of Super Smash Ultimate, you're playing the like single player modes, or I should say the multiplayer modes instead of the World of Light story mode. Those kind of videos where it's not story driven, I don't think the companies should touch. But if it's a story driven game, or if it's a story-driven segment of the game, like the World of Light adventure mode in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I could understand the companies getting a tiny cut, like maybe a 10% cut of the ad revenue, since especially if there's spoilers, and if you know, based on what's been going on with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate leaks, you know people are going to want to spoil that, and for some people, it may be a reason not to pick up the game at all. Which I don't think is the case of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because there's still a lot more fun to be had. But if it's a very story-driven game, like I've also been playing Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, then it might be a turn-off for people to purchase it because they know what happened in the ending. But overall, I'm definitely really glad that Nintendo is ending their Nintendo Creators Program. I've already said that like 3 times, but I'm ending the video with this. So I'm definitely really glad. I'm definitely excited to upload more Nintendo gameplay in the future. I'm not going to turn this into a gameplay channel per se. I'm still going to be on camera 99% of the time. It's just for special occasions I wanted to use gameplay for this video. So now, Evan Hong, Patrick Bitters, aka Doomsday, if you're watching this video, maybe we could have our Smash Ultimate Tournament after all. But please post your thoughts on this down below. Did you use the Nintendo Creators Program? How was it? Are you glad that Nintendo is ending the program and now you can upload pretty much any kind of gameplay as long as it's done in an appropriate fashion? Which I also hope Nintendo doesn't get super strict with it. Especially if it's like a older gamer, kind of like in my age, and we're uploading Nintendo gameplay and we happen to curse quite a bit. I hope that's not, going to be the kind where Nintendo's like, you gotta take it down. Because, at the end of the day, we're still Nintendo fans, and I mean, if it's for kids, like if we're targeting the video for kids, I can understand. But if we're targeting this more for people in our demographic, then I don't want them to take it down. So, but please post all those thoughts down below. If you have any ideas for future videos or more information, please feel free to let me know in the comments, or you can also email me. My email address is in the description. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later. Hey guys, be sure to like this Blood Moon Bobby video if you enjoyed it. Please share this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Be sure to ring the notification bell to be notified about my latest upload. Follow me on my social media pages at Blood Moon Bobby to find out about what I'll be covering next and for more of my opinions. Thanks for watching.